fact that I don't think you and I really saw the potential of how great Flex Lewis would become. Because I remember as a junior, I remember everyone raving about him, and I was like, he's a big pair of legs, the upper body. And I remember speaking to Neil Hill, and Neil said, no, you need to get to know him, get to know his mindset. And tell us about, because you kind of have a similar sort of story, don't you?
Yeah, well, the first time I met him was something like 2005, and Jeff Collins, photographer, come across with him. And we walked up Venice Boardwalk to Santa Monica, you know, and it was, I was talking to him on his own.
Yeah.
And, you know, the legs were out of this world. I had my doubts whether he could ever bring that upper body to that level. You know, in fact, I had more than doubts.
Me too.
But I tried to talk him out. He was dead set on coming across. And I was more concerned because Venice in those days was the Wild West. There were all sorts of things going on.
Yeah.
And I didn't want this 21-year-old kid coming across there.
It's swallowed up a lot of people over the years and spat them out, isn't it?
So I tried to talk him out of it, you know, on the basis that why don't you go home and make those improvements in Wales, thinking it's going to be a hard job. So he always tells the story that I tried to, you know, I didn't rate him. It wasn't so much that. It was, yes, I thought, he'll still do very well, but the upper body will never look like. I mean, today he's maybe just about the most complete guy walking along. You never in those days think you'd be raving about his back double biceps, would you?
No, yeah. I thought he was like a men's physique upper body. Well, even though he didn't have men's physique back then. And I thought his clavicles were narrow, his legs were like way over, his legs were just ridiculously big. And I just thought, I've never seen a bodybuilder that can actually balance out his physique out enough to be a threat, you know. But then obviously the 202 came along, and it kind of fell in his lap, didn't it?
Yeah, and you got to. When it was the 202 class, and he got fifth one year.
Yeah.
But he was only 188 pounds, and he said, "I'm going to take him and Neil said, I'm going to take the next year off and come back, get close to that 202."
Yeah.
And I thought, I've heard this so many times before. A guy's going to take a year off. He's going to build new muscle.
Yeah.
He comes back. It looks no different. Yeah. He came back.
Boom.
Suddenly, he's got a back. He's got a chest. You know, and he should have won that year against Kevin English. You know, certainly, he should have won that last 202. If you think about it,
2011,
8 or 9 Olympia titles now if he'd have got that one.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you proud of him with what he's achieved?
Oh yeah, I mean, he calls me his American father. You know, that's how close we got. I mean, I always felt it was the duty, especially the position I was in, to encourage bodybuilders. It wasn't just a piece of meat to put in a magazine. I used to help them out in a lot of ways, personal matters, you know, because I felt, you know, a certain mature age, I've got certain insights to give to them. It didn't always work out, but I tended to look after them a little bit.
Yeah.
And the time, I remember me and Robin were discussing, we had a sort of the budget, we had something spare, and I said, he wasn't even a professional then, he hadn't won the British overall. And I says, you know, we keep giving contracts to guys who, not all of them, but a lot of them let us down. Let's give it a contract to somebody who'll be really grateful, Flex Lewis, because he'd think it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I called him, and he was in Rolf's, the supermarket. And I said, we're going to give you, stop taking a piss.
Yeah, fantastic.
And then when he realised it was true,
oh.
he chucked his basket down and he shouted, says, I've got a wiener contract.
Oh, wow.
It didn't mean anything to anybody in Ralph's.
What the hell is this crazy guy talking about?
He never let us down, totally professional in terms of photo shoots and doing everything. And, you know, none of this has gone to his head. You know, he's still the down-to-earth guy he always was. Yeah.
And didn't he drive to come over to see you when you were in hospital? You're very ill. He came over
to be honest, nobody knew I was ill generally.
Yeah.
2013 I was diagnosed, but it was very in-house. You might have known, but you were an insider.
Yeah.
There was never anything public, you know, on Facebook or internet. And then 2016, I was taken very seriously ill. In fact, you know, I nearly popped my clogs.
Yeah.
Got through it, and it was actually Dan Solomon that, I don't blame him for it. He put something, you know, pray for Peter, you know, needs all. And then people said, why pray? Suddenly everybody.